We're doing tier lists.
And this is every Beartooth song ranked. So before we get into it, let's talk through our tiers. At the bottom, we've got Big Nope.
Next tier, we've got Meh.
And then we've got the middle ground, RAGAMUFFIN approved.
Then we've got It's Great. I'm not doing it. We've got It's Great.
And then finishing off, The Best.
Alright, let's get into it.
So we'll start off with the Sick EP. And track number 1, I Have a Problem. Where do we think it's going?
I think it's got to go in the best. I know it's big to start early doors, but
I'm going to be honest, I agree.
I think it's probably one of their most iconic early songs.
I'd have gone with It's Great just to give us some more wiggle room further down the line, but I'm happy to put it in the best.
Right, straight away,
Done.
we're in the top tier.
So next up, Go Be The Voice.
I think it's RAGAMUFFIN approved. I think it's a pretty good song. It's nothing insane, but yeah, good song.
Yeah, it's a nice another song on the EP. I think RAGAMUFFIN approved it is appropriate, definitely.
I can't disagree with that. It's just a good song. RAGAMUFFIN approved.
Alright, pick your poison.
This is difficult. It's a great vocal performance. I do enjoy that. But I feel like on this EP it does fall a bit short. I'm leaning a bit more towards the Meh.
Yeah, I think it's meh.
I'd be a bit kinder to it. I would have gone with RAGAMUFFIN approved, but I'm outnumbered once again.
Majority rules, pick your poison goes into Meh. And then so to round off the EP, Set Me On Fire. What are we thinking?
If I'm honest, I can't remember this song.
I know, I'm literally trying to picture it.
So I think it's got to go in Meh. I'm going to give it the benefit of doubt and assume it's not shit.
I think this should go in RAGAMUFFIN approved.
I might lean towards that. I do love the ending where he just screams it out. Yeah. Set Me On Fire.
I would have gone with Meh because it's a bit less memorable, but RAGAMUFFIN approved it is.
RAGAMUFFIN approved.
This is going to be a top heavy tier list. We've moved on to Disgusting now. Starting with track 1, The Lines.
I think this has to be unanimous. Sorry.
Yeah, let's just put it there. We know where it's going.
We know where it's going.
It's going right at the top.
Track 2, Beaten in Lips. I think it's great,
but
I don't think it's one of the best.
I can attest to that. I can agree.
It's an iconic song, but it's no better than great.
So then we're going to go on to Body Bag. I feel like it's a good live tune. I know that much. Being in the pit for it multiple times.
The call and response live is good. That's a good point.
I'm leaning towards approved, if I'm honest. I think I'm leaning towards approved with Body Bag.
I think I'd put it in great.
I think I'd put it in great.
It's such a consistent song in the live set that
Right.
it always bangs. And now a fan favourite, In Between.
I mean, it's just one of the best, isn't it?
It is. Immediately I was like top 2 tiers, and then I'm trying to think through the discography as well and try and preempt things, but I think it has to be in the best.
Yeah, I've got nothing more to add. It goes in the best tier.
Relapsing. Where do we think that's going to go?
I'm leaning towards RAGAMUFFIN approved. It has got some great vocals on it, but it's not a standout, so then I'm starting to think I might drop it down to Meh.
I really like this song. I will fight for it to be in RAGAMUFFIN approved. At the bare minimum.
I'm with Alex on this one. I love this song. I'd almost argue to put it in great, but I think to stay consistent with what we've already put in RAGAMUFFIN approved, it's on par with those songs.
Lovely. We then go on to track 6, Ignorance is Bliss. I'm going to straight get in there and say it's great. For me. I am a fan of this song.
It's another banger, but if we're only putting Relapsing in RAGAMUFFIN approved, then I think this has to go there as well.
It's on the same level as Relapsing, I think, yeah.
You think? So again, RAGAMUFFIN approved?
Yeah.
We've already done I Have a Problem, so we're going to move on to One More.
One More. I think this is approved.
I would lean towards more of a Meh. to me, this is a very skippable song, and I don't enjoy it.
One more, one less.
Oh!
I mean, it's meh.
It's meh.
Fair play. Next, we've got Me and My Own Head.
I would probably lean towards a meh with this one as well.
Yeah, I think we're getting into a rough part of the album.
We're in meh territory now.
Yeah,
We are.
deep in meh territory.
I'm going to be honest, for me as well, with track then 10, Keep Your American Dream, I think we're staying in meh territory.
It's close. It nearly gets approved. I think it's meh for me.
I'd put it in Big Nope.
I mean, I can attest, I could go with that. It is one of the weaker songs for me.
It's not that bad though. I don't think.
I think
it stays meh.
My
What's your argument?
If I would drop it off the album, it should go in Big Nope, and I would drop it off the album.
Yeah, it would be the song I'd drop off this album if I could.
But
I say
if
between
you
the
guys
general
wanna put it in-
consensus, I think
we'll
we'll
put it
go
in
to meh.
Yeah,
And that, I think all parties are then, we've got something out of it at least.
this is what I want. I want us to bicker a little bit.
Next up, Dead.
I'm going to go Ragamuffin approved.
Oh yeah, I agree.
I think it's a fairly solid song, isn't it?
Yeah, I agree. It's just good.
And the closing track, Sick and Disgusting.
I'm going to go with approved again. The emotion you get out of this song gets me every time you hear it. And the fact they'll never play this live, I think, it just is quite a special song for that.
See, I think for the emotion, I would put it in. It's great.
I'm with Alex on this
I
one.
think it's the most visceral song they've got.
Yeah, like you said, James, that the fact that Caleb just won't play this live because of how close to the heart it is and how touching and aggressive it is as well. It's great.
So we're now on to the second full album. The title track of that album, we're going to go with track 1, Aggressive. Where's it going?
I think it's great.
It's good. I don't think it's great. I think it can settle in Ragamuffin approved.
I think I'd agree with you, Dan. I think I'll go with Ragamuffin approved for that one. I think it was a good first track that got released, but I think that's kind of where it settles there.
Next up is Hated.
Oh, it's great. I'm there straight away. I'm in there.
I think it's one of the best.
Oh.
It's the best song off that album.
I'm with Alex on
And I
this
think
one.
when you stack it up with the other big singles, I think it's...
You're convincing me.
Yeah.
It stands out on this album as being the far better song.
Yeah.
And like Alex said, when you compare it to some of the singles from the other albums, it holds up to them as well. So I think it's one of the best.
I'm happy with that decision.
Track 3, Loser.
I'll go with approved.
Oh yeah, I think that's fair.
I'll go with Ragamuffin
I'm
approved.
inclined to say meh with this one.
Meh? Where are you?
Don't really know why, but
I'm pretty
outnumbered anyway.
down the middle on that.
Down the middle. Yeah.
Yeah.
As am I. Fair with a friend. I'm going to lean towards it's great. I really do love this song.
It stands out on the album, so I think that makes it great.
It's one of the better songs on a weak album. So for me, it's Ragamuffin approved.
That's a good point, yeah.
I can see that. It's up to you. You can have a swing vote here. You can change your mind if you want to. I'm going to stay with it's great because I love this song. Dan's gone with approved. Alex,
I don't like
I
it.
can see you deliberating.
I think it's great.
So next we've got Burnout.
Meh.
Meh.
Yeah, straight into meh.
Sick of Me.
I'm thinking Ragamuffin approved. I've got good connotations of the song. It's been fun live. It's pretty solid. I say it's good. It's approved.
I think approved is a perfect place for it to go.
I'm really close to putting it in great because of how catchy the chorus is.
Yeah.
But I'll settle for approved.
Settle for that. So then going to censored.
Yeah.
I'm happy with that. Again, on a weak album, it's fairly forgettable for me.
I don't want to... We haven't put anything
We've
in
not
Big
put
Note
anything in
yet.
Big Note yet, but that's where there's a strong argument for Keep Your American Dream.
Should Censored go in Big Nope?
I mean, I'm not a fan.
I wouldn't be that harsh on it. I think it's meh.
Alright, yeah, okay.
Censored?
But if,
Yeah.
I thought I was outnumbered then.
Meh.
Was I not?
I don't
I'm
know.
I
not.
thought you two both said nope.
Did we?
It's a hard one.
I can't... I don't want to feel like I'm just filling Nope for the sake of it.
Yeah. But then I feel like there's not, apart from like one more, or Keep American Dream, to me, there's not necessarily Beartooth songs that I
Bin it.
dislike that
Bin it.
much.
Big note. I've decided.
Censored
yeah.
as being big notes. Censored, you are breaking the mould.
You are censored.
Next, we've got Always Dead. I'm putting it in. It's great.
I'll go more approved. It's a good song. I wouldn't say it's great.
Yeah, it's good. It's not that good. So, Ragamuffin approved.
So next we're on to However You Want It Said. I think definitely at least approved. I do enjoy the song. I wouldn't say it's up to the great tier yet. I'd say it's a higher approved, but that's my opinion.
I think approved is a good place for it to go.
Yeah, can't argue with that. And next we have Find a Way.
I can see this going to meh.
Can any one of us remember how it goes right now? Top of your head.
Yeah, blurry.
I can't say I do.
Blurry, but yeah.
That song is meh.
A meh. I'd say it's a meh.
I can't really remember it, so
I mean, I'd even go. It could even be a big nope.
I don't know.
Forgettable.
I don't know if you can put something in nope if you don't know it.
I know it, but it's just forgettable.
Maybe just meh
Meh.
for me.
Meh is a good place for it. Yeah.
Okay.
Track 11 is Rock is Dead. I really like this song.
Yeah, it's got a nice like punk vibe to it as well. It's fast paced for that.
It's a solid approved.
Yeah.
I don't really think it should go high, but I like it.
Yeah, I can vibe with that.
I used to really like it, but I feel like it got a bit tiring after a while.
Yeah.
After years of hearing it, it was nearly always in the live set, and it was probably the weakest live song as well. So I would argue to put it in meh.
It's not something I'd go straight away to listen to. And I know now, like with that live one that you said, there are much better songs.
Can I make another argument for my case?
Go on.
It's so cliche. Oh,
Yeah.
rock and roll's not dead.
Yeah. That was playing on my mind already. I'm sorry, Alex. It's going into meh. Rock is Dead is meh.
You sound really disappointed in that one.
I'm annoyed about that, but oh well.
And then finally, to finish off aggressive, we've got King of Anything.
I like it, but
I don't like it that much.
it feels like just a tame version of Sick and Disgusting.
Yeah, I can see your
Which
point.
feels a bit harsh to say, but I think it's approved. Ragamuffin approved.
I would say borderline meh approved. It's okay. Again, I think it's fairly forgettable.
It feels a bit like it's ticking a box as being the sad song on the album.
Yeah.
So I think meh.
Oh, yeah, I'm happy with that.
So next up, new album, Disease. First track, Greatness or Death.
I think on the intro of this song alone, it's great.
Yeah, I can agree with that. It's a strong start to the album. So I think
Yep, it is great.
Next up, the title track for the album, Disease.
I mean, if this doesn't go into the best, it'll be a catastrophe.
This is absolutely one of the best, no doubt.
Yeah.
So then we've gone to track 3, Fire.
I really like this song.
I'd happily pop it into. It's great. It's a tune for me.
That's what I'd like to see it there. Yeah.
Yeah, it just is great, isn't it? It's a bop.
Unanimous decisions there.
And then it's You Never Know.
I think it's great.
Yeah, it's a great song. It's an absolute tune. It's fantastic live.
Yep, I agree. It goes in the great tier for me. It's a really strong start to this album.
Next up, Bad Listener.
It may be controversial. I'm probably going to go with just approved. I know this is a big one they play live. And I like how they do the intro for it. But there are better songs on this album. And I feel like it's a good standard song. I wouldn't say it's a great song.
You're wrong. It's a great song.
I think it's great as well.
All right, I'm outnumbered.
It doesn't quite make the best tier, but it is a great song.
I'm surprised by that, James, to be honest.
Really?
Yeah.
I like how they do it. They've opened sets with it. It just doesn't stand out to me, and I feel like there are better openers they could do instead. But we move on. We move on to After All.
I think it's just meh. Sorry.
Now, I feel like I'd go as far as saying it's another great one.
Really?
It's a huge chorus.
I do love the chorus. That's
It's-
what's keeping me.
It's such a fun sing-along live, and I think that gives it the edge for me and puts it in the great tier. Which is annoying because we've been putting so many songs in the great tier, but it's another great song off this album.
Does anything sway you, Alex? Are you staying with your meh?
Where are you at?
I mean, I was thinking approve, so we get like a nice middle ground with that. But
Well, yeah, I think
I'm fine to put it. I'm happy to put it in approved.
that's, yeah.
If
That's
after
fair.
all, it's
that's the
Ragamuffin
middle of the
approved.
three of us, isn't it? And then up next, track 7, Manipulation.
I like the intro riff. It is nice.
But not much more stands out to me.
No, not really.
So I guess meh.
Yeah, I think it's a meh.
So meh. Manipulation is meh.
Manipulation.
Next up we got Enemy.
I could easily forget the song. It's not great. I'm leaning towards meh or even a big nope. I'm not really a fan of this one, to be honest.
I think this has to be at least Ragamuffin approved for me.
Really?
Especially for that little sort of semi-breakdown towards the end.
I would have been happy putting it in meh or big note. So
I think
I think meh.
Meh is fine. Fine.
We then move on to Believe.
How does Believe go?
Yeah.
I think I'm just a bit meh with this song.
Yeah. I think at least meh.
Seems a bit too cheesy, doesn't it?
It's the token sing-along whoa song, isn't it?
Yeah. I'm at least thinking meh.
Yeah, it's got to be meh.
Yeah, meh.
Believe is meh.
And then track 10, Infection.
I think it's an underrated track on the album. I'll go approve with it. I think it people could forget about it. I remember when it was leaked, and I really enjoyed it, and I learned the drums in it for like a day.
Oh shit, yeah, I remember that. I think it's an approved.
I'd say it's an approved song.
Approved's fine. I can deal with that.
Track 11 is Used and Abused.
I'm gonna say Ragamuffin approved. I enjoy the song. I think the placement on the album doesn't do it any favours. I think it was much earlier. I think it would be a bigger song and it'd be more popular. So I would say definitely approved.
I can go with approved. It's not like a particularly special song, but it's not a particularly bad song. So let's play it down the middle.
I think you're right. It's harmed by its placement on the album. So approved is fine.
And then finally, to close off Disease, we've got Clever. I do enjoy the song. I think it's very good. I'm thinking towards it's great. It is a tune for me. I don't know where you boys lie.
Yeah, I really like it. But I think just approved. It doesn't do anything crazy to make it stand out, I don't think.
I could put it at like the bottom of it's great or at the top of approved.
See, it's on your decision now. Which ones are going? The bottom or the top?
I feel like with it's great, those are songs that, like, if you asked me to suggest you a Beartooth song, I would put it. I would say a song from It's Great. I don't think I would say Clever. So
Okay, there we go then. Ragamuffin approved. Clever.
Now we move on to the latest album. With track 1, Below.
great.
I'd say great. It's a solid opener to the album. Yeah, I'm a fan of it. A nice riff that comes into it from the beginning.
Yeah, I can get behind that. I can agree with it being great.
I'd like this to be a set opener.
It feels like a set opener to me, especially with the sort of guitar sounds at the start of the song.
Definitely.
Track 2, Devastation.
I'm trying to not think of it in the context of the album, and trying to think of it in the context of a Beartooth discography. In the context of the album, it's one of the better songs. And then I'm trying to like pull back a little bit, so I think I'm going to go with approved.
I'm with you on that. When you look at where we've already set the benchmark with the great tier there, I think it's not quite there. It's got to go in approved, I think.
I think I agree, yeah. I'm happy with that.
So then on to track 3, The Past is Dead. What are we thinking?
It would be in It's Great if it wasn't for the fucking closed hi-hat.
I think that's what pulls it back for me. It would be a great song, apart from that breakdown.
So I think that bumps it down to approved.
For me, it's a bit meh, but it'd be the top level of meh. Like, the best of the meh.
Yeah.
So I don't mind it being approved. Next up, it's Fed Up.
I think it suffers the same curse as The Past is Dead in a lackluster breakdown.
I agree.
It is approved.
Does that mean it has to go in the same tier? What do you think?
It's got a good chorus.
Yeah, it does have a good
It does have a good chorus.
I could bump it up to It's Great if you want.
I'd say approved.
I'd argue that it's not on par with the songs we've got in It's Great.
I wouldn't say it's great.
I think it has to be approved.
Yeah, that's fair actually, now that I've just looked at it. Track 5, Dominate.
I mean, for me, it's great. This is the song of the
Yeah.
album for me. It's fantastic.
I agree.
Maybe it's because it's one of the standout songs on this album, but yeah, it goes in great. It's a great song.
So then we go across to No Return.
Big Nope.
Big note for you.
I think this is the first big nope.
It's the second. Censored. Censored was
Oh, of
censored.
course,
That's
yeah.
why.
I think we've got another big nope.
We have 2 big nopes. No Return. You're not returning.
Brilliant.
It's great that we've had a pun for the 2 that we put in there. Next up, Phantom Pain.
I'm thinking meh.
Yeah, I'm at Mare as well with that song, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just an average song, isn't it? So I don't think it could be any higher than meh.
Next up, we've got Skin.
I'm happy to pop this in. It's great. This, along with Dominate, are my 2 big songs of the album. I think this is going to be a really good song live. Great chorus. I really like this one.
I think you could argue that it could go in the best,
Really?
I think,
but I'm not going to argue that. I don't think it's quite there. I think because of how new it is,
yeah.
it needs time to build.
That's quite a big thing. Looking at what we've got in the best.
So for now, I'd put it in. It's great.
But if any song off this album were to make a run for being in the best, it would be this song.
It's so close.
It's
I
so
think
close, yeah.
because it's not been out for very long,
Yeah.
it hasn't had time to grow. But yeah, it will. If we did this in another year's time, it would be in the best tier.
So then we move on to track number 9, Hell of It.
I like this song. I think it's great.
It's a solid song. You think it's great?
Yeah.
I
think
think it's
it's
great as well.
It's a great song. It was a standout of the singles for me, so I'd happily put Hell of It in the great tier.
Just for the hell of it.
Just for the hell of it.
And next we have I Won't Give Up. I Won't Give It Up, rather.
I'm thinking more meh.
I think Mare is a
I
good
think so,
place
Mare.
for it to go.
Yeah, I don't think it's bad enough to be in the bottom tier, so meh.
Track 11, The Answer.
I think meh as well. It's fairly forgettable on this album. Nothing really special stands out to me with this one.
Yeah, it's meh, isn't it? I can't defend it.
Yeah, I think... I'm not gonna... You could make the argument for a big nope, but I don't want to do it.
No, I don't think it's
I don't think
quite
it's
low
that
enough.
bad.
And then finally, to finish off, we have the last riff.
It's great.
It's great.
It's great, yeah.
Yeah.
Easy work.
I contemplated whether it could be one of the best, but considering it's an instrumental, I don't think it's allowed.
But what a song.
I think that's a solid there. We've done a good job out of that.
We've done very well, James. Just remind us of the best Beartooth songs.
So the best Beartooth songs, I Have a Problem, The Lines, In Between, Hated, and Disease.
I think we've absolutely nailed that.
That to me, if I was to then probably go back through all their discography and pick out the 5 standout songs, I think we've actually nailed that completely.
Honestly, if anyone disagrees with that, they should let us know in the comments.
Yeah. There's our tier list for every Beartooth song. Let us know your thoughts in the comments below, and why not suggest a new tier list for us to do? Thanks for watching.